Welcome to the archives of legend and lore. Every week I will bring a monster, humanoid, aberration, or some other being to the gaming table and put it in the spotlight, so to say. We'll discuss some of the lore and differences in additions and possible ways to use them in your one-shot or campaign. Today, we're looking at a treasure chest. Oh, wait, no, it's a door. Wait, no, I mean it's a sword. Wait one sec. Is that a mimic eating my arm? It is! Let's mix it up and start with 5th edition this time. Mimics are shape-shifting predators that can transform into any form of inanimate objects to devour and kill its prey. When it changes shape, it excretes an adhesive to help hold on to its prey. The adhesive is absorbed when it changes into another form and on its parts it uses to move. Mimics live and hunt alone, though they do sometimes share their hunting grounds with other predators. Most only have a predator's intelligence and don't have a higher functioning thought process. A select few, however, have evolved and have intelligence enough to carry on a conversation in common, mainly to work out deals or allow passage in exchange for food. I can picture it now. Bud. Hey, Bud. Yeah, you. It's me. The trash can. Okay, here's the deal. You give me that turkey leg and I'll let you live. Wait a second. Do I smell bacon? According to 2nd edition, they are magically created creatures with a rock-hard-like outer shell that protects their inner organs. They can alter their forms and change the pigment or color of themselves. There are 2 types of mimics in 2nd edition, a smaller, more intelligent mimic and a large, less intelligent killer mimic. Common mimics have their own language, usually a corrupted form of the language of their maker. They can be taught common and other languages, though. The lesser common killer mimics are incapable of speech and only hunt for food. A good meal can sustain them for a week, or even 2. Even though they were magically created, they still can reproduce by fission and grow to full size in several years. Their skin is covered with optical sensors and are sensitive to heat and light, which is why you usually find them in storerooms or dungeons. Any powerful light source can blind them, including direct sunlight. They excrete a glue to help hold creatures and can also produce the smell of rotting meat to lure smaller creatures. Its ichor is used in the polymorph self potions, and their internal organs are considered delicacies in some cultures. This pate is to die for. Oh, thank you. It's a mimic liver. Unlike in Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder mimics are thought to have been made as a result of an alchemist to bring an inanimate object to life, not by wizards for protection. The alchemist used an eldritch reagent, the recipe of which is long lost, but maybe can be found in a tomb in some forgotten library or keep. As time went on, these creatures learned to transform themselves into man-made objects. The intelligent creatures also learned to hide in areas where not many other creatures or humanoids travel, giving them an easy time to attack lone travelers. Though mimics are not evil, some sages believe they attack humans for sport more than just for sustenance. Hey Bob, is that a new stuffed human head on the wall? Indeed, Jim. I got him last week. Do you see he has 4 earrings? Quite a catch if I do say so myself. Most mimics are 5 foot by 5 foot by 6 foot and weigh about 900 pounds, but some have grown to the size of houses or even full dungeons. Mental note, forget the chest. Make it the whole dungeon. Oh my, the possibilities. Combat in 5th edition, as in all editions, its main attack is a surprise attack due to its stealth. It has advantage on attack rolls on anything it has grappled, which is made easier by its adhesive. It has a bite, both piercing and acid damage, and a pseudopod attack, which is bludgeoning damage. If it is in object form, the adhesive effect is put into play. If it hits you, you stick. Barring an ability check, of course. 2nd edition keeps up the surprise attack and gives the prey a -4 penalty to surprise rolls. When a creature touches the mimic in its transformed state, it lashes out with a pseudopod, like a tongue or an arm, dealing damage and holding it fast. The creature needs to make open doors roll or use alcohol to break free. If alcohol is used, it will take 3 rounds to break free. I guess you could change that depending on how strong the alcohol used was. I mean, elven mead probably wouldn't be as good as, dwarven firewater. Just saying. Only 1 escape can be tried per creature, and no other action can be used while trying to break free. A mimic can choose to neutralize the glue at any time, or it dissolves 5 rounds after it dies. The mimic is immune to acid attacks and is unaffected by molds, green slime, and various puddings. I throw butterscotch pudding at it! Sorry, Bob, it's immune to it. If you'd used pistachio, it would have been distracted eating it for 3 rounds. Sorry, buddy. You should think ahead next time. In the Finder of Paths. Pathfinder. If a creature touches the mimic, it is automatically grappled by the glue. If the slam attack by the mimic is successful, the creature is automatically grappled also. A weapon, upon striking the mimic, is also stuck fast to it, unless a reflex save is made. A strength check can be rolled to try and pry the stuck weapon off. The mimic can dissolve the glue at will, and dissolves 5 rounds after it dies. When grappled, it can use Constrict, which follows the same damage as Slam. This one time, at band camp, I took my flute, but it turned out it was a mimic. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. You in the back, wake up, and start taking notes now! Let's open up the Chaos Chest and brainstorm some uses for a mimic in your campaign or one-shot. The first scenario, a lord, king, or someone special that has money calls the adventurers to his residence. Because you wouldn't go if he didn't have money, right? He has a sword he was going to bestow upon his firstborn son. It has been in his family for generations. It seems, though, that the sword has been cursed. You can no longer remove it from its sheath in the sunlight, but comes out just fine indoors, at night or on cloudy days. When last used about 2 weeks ago, it was in a spar, but it wouldn't allow them to stop. It kept attacking the poor sparring partner and cut several chunks of flesh off of him. He's still alive, but is at home recovering. The odd part is the cuts almost look like little bite marks. Late at night, whispers can be heard coming from the area the sword is kept. The whispers are encouraging to be used to kill and maim. They need to find out who cursed it and why. The sword must be handed down to ensure the livelihood of his line, so on and so on. They can use or borrow the weapon if needed. The original sword is hidden somewhere, and a mimic took its place for easy meals. You can finish it out as you like. You can play it seriously or for fun. If outside and someone tries to pull it free, it can even mumble, "Nope, not happening, nope," or things like that. Give the illusion it is an intelligent magical item. Maybe you don't think it's a mimic. But it's yours, so go ahead and change it how you will. So Pathfinder gave me the second scenario idea. A whole dungeon that is a mimic, and lets the players fight illusions, worms, and other parasites inside of it to get to a treasure. As they claim their prize, they feel a rumble, and the dungeon starts moving. Use a timer, and give them only so many rounds before the mimic closes its maw and starts to digest them. They can try to fight their way out, or, as in my players, come up with something ingenious and allow them to escape. Or they could kill it, I guess, Scenario 3. A small abandoned village is hidden in the mountains. The houses and buildings are in pristine shape and all look almost brand new. Crops are in the field and ready for harvest. Fruit trees are all full and ripe. Grapevines are full of plump, ready to pick fruit. The shops are fully stocked. There's one catch. The party can't touch any of it. They can walk the streets and look in the shops, but the doors are magically closed, and there is a shield around everything else. In the center of the village is a stone building with the door open. An ancient, frail-looking man stands in the doorway. He talks with the adventurers and explains this was a spell put in place by a very powerful wizard. He is over 1,000 years old himself. The spell can be broken in one way only. Inside the building is a throne. If someone was to sit upon the throne for a full night, the spell will be broken and the village is theirs to have. Do you see where this is going? The throne is very ornate stone and looks ancient. It sits in the center of a room and is huge, reaching all the way to the ceiling. It, of course, is a mimic. If they defeat the mimic, nothing seems to happen until they walk out. The old man looks at them and is infuriated. "You killed my pet! You will die!" Plot twist. He was the wizard he spoke of. If they kill him, the spell is broken, and the village is theirs to do with as they please. That wraps things up for this expedition to the Chaos Sphere. I hope you enjoyed your little adventure with me. You can always leave me a review to let me know how you think I'm doing, or ways I can improve. And remember, if you truly are chaotic, your players never know what you'll throw at them next.